Good morning, my friend. A tale of oatmeal and hidden truths. Imagine this. The soft glow of dawn creeps through your kitchen window, casting golden stripes across the counter. The air hums with the gentle bubble of oats simmering on the stove, their earthy scent curling upward like a warm promise. You spoon them into a bowl, believing, as so many of us have, that this simple ritual is the gold standard of health. For years, we've heard the gospel of oatmeal. It lowers cholesterol, steadies blood sugar, and wraps us in a cozy blanket of fullness. But what if I leaned across the table, looked you in the eye, and whispered a secret? What if this morning habit you've trusted for decades might be quietly working against you? Not because of the oats themselves, but because of the everyday companions you're pairing them with. Stick with me, because this could change the way you greet every sunrise. Part 1. Why oatmeal wears the crown. Let's rewind the clock to a time when oatmeal wasn't just breakfast, it was a movement. Picture the 1980s. Big hair, neon leg warmers, and a gravelly-voiced Wilfred Thompson on your TV screen, cradling a Quaker Oats box like it was a family heirloom. "It's the right thing to do," he'd say, and we believed him. Turns out, he wasn't wrong. For nearly 50 years, oatmeal has basked in the glow of near-universal praise, a rare darling of doctors, nutritionists, and grandmas alike. Why? It's all thanks to a little miracle called beta-glucan, a fiber so special it sounds like it could star in a sci-fi blockbuster. This isn't just any fiber. Beta-glucan is a quiet hero, slipping into your digestive system like a soft sponge, soaking up excess cholesterol and ushering it out before it can settle into your arteries. My friend Clara Jensen, a spry 64-year-old from Minneapolis, saw this magic firsthand. After 3 months of oatmeal mornings, her LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, plummeted 17 points. "My doctor squinted at my chart," she told me over coffee, her eyes twinkling. "He asked what new pill I'd started. I said, 'No pill, just oats.' He looked like I'd handed him a riddle he couldn't solve." But oatmeal's gifts go beyond the heart. For those of us past 62, it's a steady hand on the tiller of our energy. Unlike the roller coaster of sugary cereals or flimsy white toast, oats release their fuel slowly, a gentle stream that keeps you sailing smoothly past that 10:30 a.m. slump. No more shaky hands or that gnawing, "How will I survive till lunch?" panic. And let's be honest, there's a soul-deep comfort in that warm bowl, isn't there? On a crisp morning, when the wind rattles the windows, it's like a hug you can eat. You can keep it plain and humble, or dress it up with a flourish, whatever suits your mood. So yes, oatmeal deserves its crown. The trouble isn't the oats, it's what we're stirring in, pouring on, or sipping alongside, everyday choices that might be turning this health hero into an unexpected saboteur. Let's pull back the curtain on the first culprit. Part 2. The juice jolt you didn't see coming. Picture your breakfast table. A steaming bowl of oats, a glass of orange juice, glowing like liquid sunshine. It's a classic duo, right? Vitamin C, a burst of citrus cheer. It feels like health in a sip. I thought so too, pouring that faithful glass every morning for years, until a nutritionist friend sat me down and shattered the illusion. "Fruit juice isn't fruit," she said, her voice gentle but firm. "It's sugar with a halo. Here's the truth. When you peel an orange and eat it, you're getting the whole package, juice, fiber, and all. That fiber acts like a wise gatekeeper, slowing the sugar's rush into your bloodstream. But juice? It's a different story. The fiber's gone, stripped away, leaving behind a concentrated elixir that hits your system like a tidal wave. An 8-ounce glass of OJ packs 23 grams of sugar, nearly 6 teaspoons, about the same as a can of soda. Pair that with Oatmeal's natural carbs and you've got a blood sugar storm brewing. Take Lila Carter from Savannah, Georgia. At 74, she'd been a picture of discipline. Oatmeal and fresh squeezed orange juice every day. "I thought I was golden," she told me, her southern drawl thick with disbelief. Then came the pre-diabetes diagnosis. I couldn't figure it out until my doctor explained the juice. After 62, our bodies don't bounce back from sugar spikes as easily. The pancreas lags, insulin falters, and for folks already wrestling with blood pressure or diabetes, this combo can undo every other good choice. So what's the fix? Swap that glass for water, maybe with a twist of lemon for zing, or a mug of unsweetened tea. If you crave fruit with your oats, toss in whole strawberries or a handful of blueberries. They bring sweetness, fiber, and no regrets. Lila started small. She cut her juice to 4 ounces, diluted it with water, and eventually phased it out. "My energy's steadier now," she said, grinning, "and my doctor's off my back." Your heart will thank you too. Part 3. The sweet trap of yogurt and milk. Let's stir things up. Literally, you've got your oats steaming and ready, and you reach for that tub of vanilla yogurt or a splash of sweetened almond milk. Creamy, delicious, packed with protein and calcium. What's not to love? I used to dollop it on without a second thought, smugly thinking I'd nailed the perfect breakfast. Then I learned the sneaky truth, hiding in those labels. Most flavored yogurts are sugar Trojan horses. A 6-ounce cup can pack 19 to 35 grams of sugar, 5 to 9 teaspoons. Stir that into your oats, and you're doubling down on carbs with a sugar chaser. It's a glycemic pileup. Your body scrambles to pump out insulin. And over time, those spikes spark inflammation, a slow burn that stresses every cell. For us over 62, that's no small thing. Inflammation's tied to creaky joints, foggy minds, even a higher risk of serious illness. James Larson from Denver felt it in his bones. At 66, he'd paired his oats with vanilla Greek yogurt for years, proud of his healthy routine. But his knees ached, his energy flagged. "I switched to plain yogurt on a whim," he told me, leaning on his porch railing. 3 weeks later, the pain eased up, and I felt sharper. It was like waking up from a nap I didn't know I was taking. And don't be fooled by plant milks. Those vanilla almond blends can hide 15 grams of sugar per cup, dressed up in natural packaging. Try this instead. Plain Greek yogurt, thick and tangy, with a dusting of cinnamon for sweetness, or unsweetened almond milk. Just check the label. James now swears by a swirl of peanut butter too. "It's like dessert," he laughed. But my joints don't complain. Small tweaks, big wins. Part 4. The meaty mismatch. Let's stroll down memory lane. Sunday mornings, the sizzle of bacon or sausage in the pan, the smoky scent weaving through the house. Pair it with oatmeal, and it's a hearty classic, right? I can still hear my dad flipping strips in our old cast-iron skillet, the family chattering over plates. But here's the bittersweet catch. Those processed breakfast meats might be tugging your healthy oats into risky territory. Bacon and sausage bring a trio of trouble: nitrates, sodium, and additives. Studies from the American Heart Association warn that pairing high-carb oats with these salty sidekicks confuses your body. The carbs lift your blood sugar gently, but the sodium and chemicals spike your pressure and spark inflammation. It's like revving the engine while slamming the brakes. For aging hearts, that's a strain we don't need. Take Henry Brooks from Portland. At 78, he loved his oatmeal with turkey bacon. Healthier, he thought. Yet his blood pressure climbed, his meds doubled. "My doc finally asked about breakfast," Henry said, shaking his head. "That turkey bacon was a salt bomb, preservatives too. Sodium also bloats you, swelling ankles and taxing your ticker." Henry swapped it for walnuts. Same crunch, no guilt. He grinned. A boiled egg works too. Protein without the pitfalls. Save the bacon for a rare treat, not a daily dance. Part 5. Berries, the jewel in your bowl. Now let's sprinkle some joy into this story. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries are tiny bursts of brilliance, perfect for your oats. They're not just pretty, they're packed with anthocyanins, the pigments that paint them red and blue. These little warriors shield your brain, with Harvard studies showing they can delay cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. My neighbor Sophie Miller, 81, is proof. She's been topping her oats with blueberries for a decade, and she still trounces me at Scrabble. "It's my secret weapon," she winked, her silver hair catching the light. "Keeps my mind humming." Berries also flex your blood vessels, tame inflammation, and pair with oats to steady your sugar. Fresh or frozen, half a cup warms into your bowl like a sweet embrace. Sophie's partial to raspberries now, tart and sassy like me, she says. "What's your pick?" Part 6. Chia, walnuts, and a fat-filled redemption. Remember when fat was the villain? Low-fat yogurt, skim milk, we dodged it like the plague. Turns out we were wrong, and chia seeds and walnuts are here to set us right. These unassuming gems bring omega-3s and healthy fats to your oats, fighting inflammation and feeding your brain. Chia seeds bloom into a gel when wet, easing digestion, a godsend past 62, and boosting oatmeal's sugar-stabilizing power. Walnuts, with their brain-like wrinkles, sharpen memory. A UC Davis study found older adults who ate them daily aced memory tests. My cousin Nora Evans, from Boise 68, started chopping 6 walnut halves into her oats after misplacing her keys one too many times. 6 months later, "I'm not hunting for my glasses either," she laughed. A teaspoon of chia, a sprinkle of walnuts, your bowl becomes a powerhouse. Nora's hooked. It's nutty bliss. Part 7. Cinnamon's quiet magic. Let's end with a spice that's pure nostalgia. Cinnamon, wafting from holiday pies or your grandma's kitchen. But it's more than a memory. It's medicine. It's cinnamaldehyde, a tongue twister with a sweet punch, tames inflammation and boosts insulin sensitivity, per Mayo Clinic research. Sprinkle it on your oats, and those sugar crashes vanish. Tom Hadley, 84, from Austin, turned it into a ritual after a pre-diabetes scare. "Half a teaspoon daily," he said, his voice gravelly with pride. "My A1C dropped, and my doc scribbled cinnamon in my file, like it was a prescription. It sweetens without sugar, trims your waist, and warms every bite. Ceylon's the gold standard, but Cassia's fine too." Tom's tip: stir it in while it cooks. Wakes up the whole house. What spice do you love?